Hey, it's Dalton from Daltonianist Reviews, and now is number 2 out of my top 5 of 2013 figures, and it is Beast Hunter's Shockwave. Now, again, it's my opinion of my top 5, so here it is. I really like this figure. You know, despite what everyone says about the Beast Hunters line, this is probably the best figure to come out the line, in my opinion, especially for the Voyager class figures. Besides what you see here. So let's get these stupid things out of the way because he never had those. He doesn't need them. And there we have the brutal Decepticon scientist in his H-Tank mode. Again, you know, basically taken from the animated mold sort of tank thing. I really like it. Just something different for Shockwave, and you know, pulled it off nicely, except for this little bit right back here, and the fact that you got a giant hand underneath. But other than that, I really like this tank mode. It works really well for him. As you can see, it rolls just fine. You got 2 tires here, and then the wheels right here. And these treads are rubber, but as you can tell, they don't roll, except for that little plastic wheel. His gimmick in this mode is you press down on this piece, and you get a spinning cannon. And instead of having a little battery or something in here, it actually takes light that's around it and shines right through, so it's just a little translucent piece. And then the centrifugal force pulls it apart. So I really like how they did that. So, but on to the figure's transformation. First thing we'll want to do is pop this little piece up, just like that. Then you want to come back up here, separate this from that tab down there, rotate it out. Then you want to rotate these pieces up. Those will become the kind of armor for the body. Then again down here, separate this, rotate it up and around, just like that. And straighten this one out. It's a little bit more trouble than it needs to be right now. Then you want to rotate this little chest, what will be the chest piece, up, and just tab it into place. And down here you want to rotate these down, straighten that out, flip it around, and straighten it out. So again, the same side, straighten, straighten, rotate, straighten. Then here you want to rotate, go ahead and rotate the feet up just like that, and put your thumb back here and slide that down. Now you don't want to go too far because it will just slide right off this track. There's nothing stopping it from sliding off the track unless you stop it there. So let's do it like that. There you go. His legs. Rotate this back up. You want to collapse these 2 pieces together. Rotate it back, down just like that. Flip these up. And rotate the head around. And there you've got Beast Hunter Shockwave in robot mode. And again, very nice looking Shockwave figure. There are a couple of versions of them out there. There's this one, the Go series, and the San Diego Comic-Con version, which has a little bit more G1 detailing. I think he's only got the little bits of yellow and I think a yellow eyepiece. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. But the Go figure has, you know, a lot different paint apps. It's got a little bit of blue and more black. These are, I think, black, silver, and green instead of red like this. Let's just keep those out of here. But again, very nice looking Shockwave, very beefy right up in the chest, so you can tell that this guy's about to do some damage in a logical way. But for articulation, his head is just on a little swivel joint. And as you can see, very nice light piping through the head. I love that about this guy. I wish that was in yellow plastic that way I can fit this guy in my classics collection. But I might try and pick up the San Diego Comic-Con version to substitute, unless the Mastermind Creations is still coming out with theirs. So, but for the shoulders, 360. It kind of grinds against the treads here, so just be careful of that. And I like what they did here with the shoulders. It rotates out, and as you can see, the little piece of the shoulder armor went up with it, and it came back down. So unlike all the other Power Riser figures, these are actually spring loaded and will come back down, unlike the Megatron, Optimus, and I think the Bulkhead figure. But yeah, he's got 90-degree elbow joint, about 90 degrees back, so about 180 there. Rotate at the bicep, very nice. He's got a ball joint on his wrist, but as far as I can tell, he only rotates in. I'm too afraid to turn it because I'm afraid it'll snap. So I just leave it as is. Same thing on this side. He's got a slightly different bicep swivel here. It's on a angled cut. So I thought that was a little bit weird. Then he's got a little bit of, I guess, wrist articulation here at his cannon, and it bends, and it still has the spinning gimmick. So, and most times it'll just end up where it should be, right there, but it'll a lot of times end up there. So it's not a perfect gimmick. I mean, it has its stops set, so. But no waist articulation due to the transformation. I mean, I wish they could have. You know, there's plenty of room there for them to put a cut in there for it. But it's fine. The only problem I have with his articulation, other than this wrist, is his hips. They're on very far apart ratcheting joints, but before we get to that, you know, you can rotate up and back and swivel. But here at the hip, instead of just little small notches, you can either have it here, or there, or there. And yeah. So only got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can't have them in a smaller kind of spread leg stance like that. It has to be out like this, which just looks ridiculous. So just keep it like that if you really want. Then you got a knee swivel here. Bends on a very nice ratchet. And then nothing at the feet. I guess you can count that as foot movement, but it's just part of the transformation. And if you really wanted to, you can take these stupid little things, and there's a little plug port there, or port here, plug there, and I guess you can put them on his forearms too, but it still just looks stupid. You can put these just right into here. Just like, come on, get in there. The thing I hate about these is they're made of that stupid rubberized plastic that they have to use on every little gimmick. Put that right onto here. And there you've got him with his armor pieces. Now I think somewhere I heard someone say that this could make a good Rampage with these armor pieces, but honestly they're stupid, and, well, not the people, but these pieces are just stupid, and no one needs these things. They're just idiotic. But yes, again, very nice Shockwave. Let me bring in a size comparison. I'll just, again, for my last review, here's the Sergeant Cup figure from Generations line. So, very nicely sized Voyager. So, get him out of the way. If you have the means, pick this guy up. You know, he's not the greatest figure. That one will be coming very shortly. So, yep. I forgot. Back here in this tread, you see the tread right there. You pull this out. If I can get to it. Come on, get out of there. You pull out this little piece of the tread and plug it into that slot right here. Come on, get in there. It's a little tricky to do if you haven't done it in a while, but there we got his little kind of homage to his G1 self, the little cord for his cannon. And the only problem I have is it's really stiff rubber, so in a lot of poses it'll just spring back up or pull the arm down. But still very nicely done, good little gimmick, and again, recommend him. If you want, pick him up. And, yep, that's pretty much it. We'll see you at number 1. I wonder who it will be.